Hi everyone, welcome to Share and Review. And today we're going to take a look at KMD Brands, which was Kathmandu. Now I've got some pretty interesting stuff to show you there actually, but just a little bit of housekeeping. Remember that this is for educational purposes only, certainly not intended for any personalised financial advice. So let's have a look. Okay, I've got KMD Brands up here on the screen, and I've already put my moving averages on, being the 15-week and the 30-week. And in my opinion, this is a really good share to basically avoid. As you can see, the share is trading below both of these moving averages. We did see it have about 3 weeks of upward period back here, back in August. But then again, since then it started its slippery slope back again. And you can even see back in July, we saw about 4 weeks of positive growth. And then if we go back further, you can see here in March, we had about 5 weeks there where Kathmandu or KMD Brands did show some signs. But in my view, those signs are not a sign of recovery. They're just people trying to buy dips, in my view, and that's what's driving it. But the overall picture here is basically a downward trending share. And like I said, you've got people trying to buy the dips, which is giving you 3 or 4 weeks of potential upward momentum in that share. But overall, it's still trading down. You can see that the moving averages, they got very, very close to going positive up around sort of April last year, but they've been trading down for a long time. Let's just have a look at the 5-year chart. So pretty much the moving averages crossed on the negative around January 2022. And since then, this share has just been trading below it. You've got periods where it did marginally touch it, maybe ever so slightly increase, but not really at any stage did those moving averages cross to the upside, which what I mean there, the 15-week moving average did not cross through the 30-week moving average. So that to me is an absolute red flag to keep away from this share. You can see even going back right to the left-hand side of my chart here, looked like it was a very good share up until we hit the COVID crash. So basically, up until February 2020, it was looking great. Even if I try and put on a maximum, it doesn't want to bring up the maximum for me. But basically, like a lot of shares, we hit that sort of mid-February 2020, and we had about 4 weeks where the markets sold off heavily. And it just wasn't us here in New Zealand, it was a global event. And then we, like most shares, we did start seeing a little bit of recovery, but for KMD Brands, not a lot. I mean, we had the moving average cross to the upside here in April 2021, cross to the downside ever so slightly in August 21, maintained it above, but certainly not setting the world on fire. And like I just said earlier, back in January, really 2022, the moving average below, so that 15-week moving average crossed through the 30 and down it goes. You can see they're still paying out a dividend. They paid one here in December. Oh, sorry, June. It might have been June this year. Oh, sorry, June last year, 2023. And then again in October 2023. But they haven't paid a dividend since. And for me, this is an absolute cautionary share. Stay well away from it. So I hope that's helped. I really hope that this is giving you some value. I know that was rather blunt, but to me that's a good example of a share that you want to start seeing some signs of recovery, because if you keep trading that share, the downward trajectory on that is just that, down, and you may find that it could be a race to the bottom. Who knows? Hey, it could be a recovery, but only time will tell, and there's plenty of time to wait and see if KMD Brands does want to turn around and prove me wrong, which would be good. So apologies there if you are holding it. Could be, your call. You might like to look at an exit strategy and perhaps reinvest into something that is potentially going to be heading north. So I hope you're getting some value out of this. Please hit that like button. It really helps me to grow the channel and reach more people. And remember, if you want me to have a look at a share, just pop that in the comments below. And come along also and have a look at my share trading signal service. There's not a lot of movement on the New Zealand market at this stage, but it's a weekly update that I send, just letting you know of any buys that I'm entering, any sells that I'm exiting, and of course any important stop losses that I'm adjusting. Free for 30 days, so come along. I'd love to know what you think. So until next week, take care.